Oh shit. It's ideology. Hi everybody. My name's Paul Zigo. And this channel here is where we take drugs and talk about stupid, meaningless bullshit. The sunglasses ironic? They're more functional than anything. I want to see the kitten / Paul's zombie nip open and lick the gash. Wow, you're a fucking freak, my friend. Oh, Squeaks. You're about... Oh, I know it. I just put such an imposition upon you. You were trying to climb up there anyway. I just helped. We're always arguing now. Our friendship was, I don't know, it was pretty pure for a day or so, but now he and I are just... You don't like it when I wear these, huh? I guess I don't need these. He doesn't like it when I wear these because he likes to rub my ears. Okay. Fair enough, bud. Okay. You just wanted up here, and now you want back down? You want to try the desk again? What about that? What about that for a spot? What do you think about that spot? It's soft. It's high up. You can see the doggy. No. Right there, huh? That's where you want it? Okay. Jim Jones, crazy as fuck. Yeah, man, that was pretty fun episode. What, Squeaks? What's the kitty's name? He doesn't really have, like, a permanent name yet, as far as I know, unless he got named today. Nobody told me, though. We're just kind of waiting, I think, to see what kind of personality develops so we can give him a name. Hey, Paul, just bought me some DP shirts. Can't wait to get them. Cool, man. That's not a nipple. That's my finger, bro. That's my finger. You're trying to tell me you're a hungry guy? Is that what it is? Oh, boy. Is that what you're trying to tell me? That you have a hunger? I think he might be hungry. Which, I mean, what am I supposed to do about that, guys? I can't let a hungry kitty go hungry. So I guess we'll take a break here in a minute. We'll take a break here in a minute, and I'll go down and I'll get you some food. Everything will be fine. Yeah, the non-phone ideology. I mean, look, dude, I don't think it would be that hard for them to implement something where you could see the chat on the screen for the mobile app, but they haven't. For some reason, you know, it's just always shit quality. You know, even on a phone that's got a decent camera. So it's just... shitty. That Jim Jones DFF was really good. I'm glad you guys liked it. Kind of a different, I don't know. Not everything has to be played for laughs 100% of the time. I mean, there was some funny stuff in the episode. We covered that mostly before we got to Jim Jones. I mean, there's really not... I mean, you're trying to do it again. I'm just helping. I'm just helping, kitty. I'm just helping. Is Dinor jealous? A little bit. I think he's more curious than anything. He really, really wants to get to know the kitty, but the kitty is not having it right now. Kitty is just getting to know us and is not ready to... Whoa. At least buy me dinner first, kid. Okay. You're trying to lick inside my ear hole? I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. He's talkative tonight. Yeah, I think he might be a little bit hungry. He's licking his chops and nibbling on my finger. And he just tried to French kiss my eardrum. So, maybe he was trying to groom me a little bit too. It's a slow day at college. Entertain you? Well, I mean, what are we doing here, man? What are we all involved in this crazy bunch of fucking nonsense for, huh? Entertainment. Is there a strategic butt covering over your mic today? Butt covering? Oh, God. Man, could you not walk on my keyboard? Anything but the keyboard, bro. Because that's going to hit a button, and it's going to stop the stream. And everybody's going to laugh at the meme that you've created. Look, that's got to go away. Keyboard's gone. It's gone, bud. You're going to fall. And you're not going to like it. You're going to make me pick you up. When's the next creepypasta? I don't know. We'll do another one of those in the next couple of days, probably. I want to wear it out. I'm just, I'm having fun with it, but it's not what this channel is going to be, like, totally, at least. Not to bring up the moving story again, but the lady is freaking insane, and I hope you end up taking... Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know if we even really have a case for legal action, but I think it'd be wise for us to talk to a fucking lawyer and see what, if any, laws, statutes, renter protection, you know, stuff that might have been violated. I think the landlord will see your video. I know she knows for a fact who we are and what we do, so there's a good chance she might take a look at it. Dinor, get on. Go on. Kitty one. What the hell is up with the name Creepypasta anyway? Why pasta of all things? I think it's taken from copy pasta, which is, you know, copy paste. So, you know, they were like creepy. They started out as creepy short stories that people would copy and paste onto message boards and image boards and shit to try and get people spooked. So I think that's the genesis. Say the word and we'll stick a dagger in her front door. Oh, you guys are always willing to stick a dagger in someone's door for me. I was really looking forward to ideology in that backyard. Yeah, me too, bro. You have no idea how heartbroken I was. And this was tough because there was a house that we really wanted. It was relatively cheap, would have worked really well for what we have, you know, the space needs that we have. As far as having shooting areas and studios and shit, it just had everything we needed. The price was more than right. And it was on a nice big open piece of land. And that was one where we just got denied mysteriously. I think there's a law saying they have to state a reason when they deny you, but we never got a reason that was anything but bullshit. What? What's the problem, man? You seem very unhappy today. Why is there so few people here tonight? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Just you know, pretty late at night. It's almost 5 in the fucking morning where I'm at, so I mean that makes sense to me. Scoopy's girlfriend pregnant? Not to my knowledge. So gay that an irritating human can be the obstacle between you and a great place of land like that. Yeah, I mean, and that wasn't even the house that we lost. That was just the first house that we looked at. I went out there. I could see us living there. You know, I could see Ashley and Dinor and Chelsea and TJ and I being out there, having plenty of room, being creative, having a really calming environment to go to every day. And again? Oh, that's very nice of you, buddy. Thank you. I really appreciate your grooming. Why the cat? Why there a cat? I don't know, man. Where did it come from? What does it want? That's the question. Hey, Paul, if you had all the condiments in the world, what kind of sandwich would you make? A sandwich. Okay, so here's what I like. And it's pretty simple, but it's really fucking tasty. Get yourself a good baguette, a nice like hoagie-sized roll. You're going to throw some deli turkey on that bitch, okay? Well, first, I guess you're going to prep the bread by putting a little mustard and a little mayo down on the base, okay? That's it. Those are the only two condiments, like liquid-wise, that you're even bothering with. Then you're going to put down some layers of really good deli-sliced turkey meat, followed by some pepperoni. And you're going to do a couple layers like that. Put a nice fat layer of turkey, nice thick layer of pepperoni, another fat layer of turkey, nice fat layer of pepperoni. Then you're going to keep it simple with the toppings as well. You're going to go with shredded iceberg lettuce. You're going to go with a crisp fresh tomato. And you're going to go with just the right amount of onion, some fresh, crisp onion. You're going to put all of that on your bread. You're going to make sure both sides of the bread have got a liberal coating of that mayo-mustard combo that we talked about earlier. And you're going to bite into that bitch, and it's going to be the best shit ever. And that's it. My audio levels are low. Okay, well, I mean, I had to turn it down because of that shitty mic, so I'll crank it up a little bit. Goodness, that is so cute. The little meows make me so happy. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of sad little meows sometimes, though. Like, he wants to be hanging out with people and dogs all the time. What about toasting the bread? I mean, it's not totally necessary, but you can do it if you want. I mean, like, if you've got a good, like, fresh, baguette, then you really don't need to toast that shit. Just enjoy it. Seems like the kitty's curing the tism in the chat. Yeah, maybe so. I mean, I don't know. It very well could be the case. I bought a third eye polisher because of the sticky print on it to help me lift a 175-pound stone to my shoulder, and it worked perfectly. Sweet. Okay. Well, hey, I'm glad that the shirt helped you move a stone. Found the last EFF fascinating as an Australian. Never knew about Jim Jones. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, yeah. I'm so familiar with it because I just was so interested in it and learned a lot about it that I think I make the mistake sometimes of assuming that other people are kind of aware. So I'm kind of glad to hear that people received this episode well, even though a good portion of it was just kind of informationally discussing something. It was pretty fun. Mayo and mustard is the ideal combo. Always get it at Subway too. Oh yeah, dude. That's what you get. And you can get that same sandwich pretty much at a Subway too. And I don't recommend going to a Subway, but if you're gonna do it, you can't really go wrong with a turkey and pepperoni. And at Subway, you can throw down some black olives, too, if you're that kind of guy. I happen to be that kind of guy. It's not needed on most sandwiches, but I don't turn my nose up at it either. Remember that time ideology wasn't cancerous and we talked about food for 2 hours? Yeah, that happens, We have good nights and bad here. I find that regardless of simplicity or complexity, fresh or quality parts make a good dish. It's crazy how the best sandwich, pizza, etc. tastes so different depending. Yeah, oh yeah, dude. We were talking about something like this the other day. Like, there's 2 pizza joints around here that are, not like chain pizza joints. So they're actually, unique. And one of them, the pizza's okay, and one of them, the pizza's stellar. So it's just like there's such a difference between ingredients and craft. The same type of ingredients go in. You get a pepperoni pizza at each one, marinara sauce, mozzarella cheese, all that shit is the same. But those 2 slices of pizza are just in 2 different leagues, So the devil is in the details with cooking, like everything else. Writing the synopsis for Jeb was the best ideology. That was a fun one, man. Got on a roll that night. You know, I can't get my hands on the amount of legal tobacco that I need to get that giggly. You know what I mean? Being in Washington had its upsides, I guess. There's something, you know, kind of liberating about getting that stoned. Your head hurts. What's up? Nothing, man. Nothing. I'm just hanging out here. What's this craziness? I didn't watch for a week, and now you're on an alien ship, and there's words all over the video. I know. Now, you know, I got my own little shooting area now, and my own little office space. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to sit out in that fucking rat-infested, dank-ass garage anymore if I'm not going to be using it for anything. That shooting area is getting dismantled, so this will be where I'm working from for the foreseeable future, and I'm pretty happy about it. I don't sleep in here, but only because there's not a couch. If there was a couch and a TV that was hooked up to this computer, like as a monitor on the wall, which is kind of what I'm thinking about doing. I can't really show you guys because the light in here is going to be crazy, but directly in front of me is a wall that I'd like to mount a TV on that I could use as a teleprompter for my videos and just as, you know, something to have in here so that I can sit and watch things if I want to in a more comfortable chair than this one. So if I want to do all of my, you know, video making from, you know, watching the movie a couple of times to writing the script to producing the video, I can literally do it all from this room now, which sounds, you know, like something that's you take for granted, but you know, you need a lot of space for those things, and we just haven't had that until now. So having my own spot is really awesome. Glad DFF is back up and you guys are getting all the kinks worked out. Also, really enjoyed the story times of late. Oh, cool, man. Thank you, Hunter. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you to say. I'm feeling very mellow, and I have for the last couple of days because things are starting to kind of like normalize. I mean, my life has been such an insane cavalcade of horrors for the last like week that like normalcy just feels great, you know. So I'm having a very rarely good mood. I felt really good about the show we did tonight, you know. Once again, not for everybody, but I felt like we were all interested and engaged in the topic. It's certainly a topic that I've spent a lot of time thinking and talking and, you know, wondering about. So glad that translated to other people. And overall, just feeling pretty good, man. Feeling hopeful for the future, you know. Can anything legal be done about that landlord bitch? We're going to try and find out. I mean, I don't think it hurts us to have a consultation with a lawyer. I mean, he might look at it and go, nah, she was within her rights to do what she did and blah, blah, blah. It's her place. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there are quite a few statutes protecting the rights of people, you know, lessees, as they call them. But I don't know. Couldn't name them. Definitely hold her accountable if possible so she can't screw anyone else over. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, I'm less worried about, honestly, her screwing other people. I mean, it sounds kind of like solipsistic and shit, but I'd just rather get a little comeuppance for all the fucking bullshit she caused in my life. Because, you know, with us, we were double fucked. Because most people's homes aren't also where they do their business. So, most people, yeah, it's a huge imposition, but you have to get a hotel for a couple of nights. You can still, grab a few of your clothes and go to work and maintain some normalcy. With us, what are we going to do? You know, shoot videos on our fucking cell phones? Our entire business is, based on this type of shit, like all of this shit surrounding me that we need to operate and function, and it's all boxed up or locked up in some other bitch's house. Three main channels you're on all feel like they're on a steady upturn. Each is feeling more professional now, I guess. This deserves over 40k subs. Well, I'm not really trying to make this feel more professional. I just like playing around. Like the Storytime stream was a total whim. I knew I didn't have everything that I needed to work in earnest on a Cinema for Cynics video. I didn't want to go sit in the fucking dank ass garage and do another fucking phone stream. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to read some creepypastas. And that morphed into like, I'm going to find some songs to play, some transitions, some animated GIFs to fucking play. And, I just like doing it. It's fun. It's fun fucking around with people. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that those streams are heavily messing with people, but it's fun kind of like tweaking with people's expectations every once in a while. You know? The story time idea wasn't going to flop, though. I mean, I expected people would like it. I mean, it hasn't been a gigantic runaway hit or anything. It's not like it's gotten more views or comments than an average ideology. None of them that I've done have gotten, but I had a lot of fun doing them. So. I didn't know anything about Jonestown. It was genuinely shocking. Yeah. I mean, I guess we tried to talk about that and let it unfold in a way that would serve people like you that had never heard of the story. I mean, a lot of people, at least in America, have heard about Jonestown. There's bands, the Brian Jonestown Massacre, and there's a whole song. Let's see. There's a pretty crazy, rock song. Kitty. Oh, my goodness, dude. Let me help you. You're still too little to crawl all the way up me with your claws. So get back there and get comfy. Yeah, that's a good boy. There's that Jonestown song, man. I can probably get away with playing a few seconds of it here. Is it Sweet Thing? No, it's not. Well, whatever. I'm probably not going to be able to find it. There's a lot of songs about Jonestown, a lot of pop culture references. His kind of characters aped a lot in movies. A lot of people, we talked briefly about Sam Kinison being inspired by Jim Jones's speaking style. Kitty. Kitty so sleepy. Sleepy kitty, sleepy kitty, sleepy kitty. Sleepy kitty, sleepy kitty. Yeah, he's sleepy. Has the whole ordeal been portrayed into a film? There are two pretty must-watch documentary. One's just called Jonestown, and it has some reenactments. The downside to that is I don't really like the actor that they got to play Jim Jones. I think he's too young, to be honest with you. He doesn't really capture. I mean, he looks enough like him to be passable. And then there's just a straight-up documentary called The Life and Death of People's Temple. I think it's a PBS documentary. Really, both of them really good. Lots of archival footage. interviews with survivors. So, pretty crazy shit. Man, Razer Synapse, could you please just go away forever? I would really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thanks. Yeah, you guys like this? You like this Bergdorf kitty scarf? I saw Migos wearing it in a rap video, and I was just like, man, I gotta get one of those bomb-ass Burberry kitty scarves, dude. And I gotta have that level of clout in my life. You know what I mean? Because nothing says clout like a Burberry kitty scarf, dude. Nothing in the world says clout like that. There's a movie specifically about Jonestown. I believe it's called The Sacrament. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen it. But definitely check that out. I'll probably check it out too. I was not aware. Have Kitty read the creepypastas next time. Okay. We'll pick one for him to read. Has it been pooping in the house, or is he trained? Dude, he's totally good. He's totally, like, litter trained already. He goes in his box. He walks right in there. He pees and poops in the box. He's so good. He's a good little kitty. I know, his little sleepy face. And his little leg just kind of dangling there. He's purring hardcore, too. Long relationship ended recently. Good to have you guys back. Yeah, man. Paul, when is the Cinema for Cynics 24-hour Chauncey stream coming? Oh, dude, I want to do it so bad. We'll have to do it one time, dude. I'll pimp it out like it's this big event. 24 hours of Chauncey. Maybe I'll even jump in and do some guest spots with Chauncey if he needs to fill time. I mean, he's a very talkative dude, so I have a feeling he'll have a lot to say over the course of the night. Do it for April Fools. That might be kind of fun. Yeah. That'll be a way for me to inadvertently celebrate my birthday. Because I don't really celebrate my birthdays anymore. I just kind of got in the habit of not doing it, and I see no reason to get out of that habit now. It's one less thing to worry about. Living in a cult sounds so mind-numbingly boring. No one would do that in 2018. I mean, there's still tons and tons of people living inside of Scientology, so. And that's definitely a fucking cult. So, I mean, that is the very definition. The chat is cancerous enough with something on screen. A still shot would cause the chat to cannibalize itself. That's why I don't do still shots. I do things that with visual interest. So if I need a little break from seeing you guys and hearing you guys, well, there you are. Nobody's gonna complain. Nobody's gonna complain about that, right? L. Ron Hubbard, dude. He has that real bassy voice, man. Thank you for listening. I write just for you. Da, 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 da. Some would still argue I can't even hear. Damn. That dude had a fucking deep-ass voice. And if you listen to him talk, too, he's very up here. He's like, goofed the floof. But, I mean, get that motherfucker in front of a microphone. What's wrong, kiddo? You're just an unhappy little guy. What? Where are you going now? Okay. Alright, I mean, I ain't gonna stop you. You want help? You want help? Here. You want to try this again? How you feel about this? How you feel about that? Go ahead. You stay there. I'll even pet you. It's a comfy spot, I'm telling you. You want to be in my lap tonight? Oh, God. No, 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 no. Oh, keyboard, please. You can't step on that, kitty. Alright. You can sit in my lap for a while. That's fine by me. As long as you can find a comfy spot there. Whatever. This fucking cat, man. My own body is now a piece of furniture, and I've just accepted it. I'm just like, yep, use my neck, use my back, use my belly, use my face. It's okay. I'm just a chair. In 2 days, he's convinced me I'm a piece of furniture, not a man. You don't just fall for Scientology, you fall in love with it. That's very true. I mean, given listening to the testimony of ex-Scientologists, it rings true to me. Kitty's upset, Paul. What have you done to the kitty? Allow the kitty to roam as it pleases, for you are its pet and not the other way around. Oh, yes. Slowly learning that. I've never had a cat of my own, so... And this isn't really my own, but I'm just saying, I've never, as an adult, it's been a very long time since I've lived with a cat. I was a teenager. So it would have been 18, probably, the last time I lived in a house that had a cat. So I'm really not used to the ways of the cat. He sounds like a little helicopter. You guys probably can't hear him. He's like, here, let me see if I can capture it. I'm going to turn the mic up really high, but I'm going to be quiet. Listen. I don't know if you guys could hear any of that, but here I'm sitting watching Ideology, and suddenly Paul grows a black paw out of his neck. Oh, shit. Yeah, he sounds like a little attack helicopter. If I was a tiny little microscopic village of Vietnamese people, I'd be very afraid of this cat. The choppers are coming. Oh man, I still do want an ascot, dude. I want a really, really fetching ascot, but I just don't know how to shop for one, you know? Your creepypasta streams are fucking awesome. Glad you're enjoying them, my friend. I have a good time doing it, so definitely glad other people are digging it. What happened to Balls Deep? It got canceled forever. I really liked it as a segment too for Ideology. Is a, you know, a little infrequent kind of informal thing we'd do, but the Tism Warriors won that battle. They taught me a lesson, you know. Balls Deep. Yeah, if you weren't around when I did it, I used to do this little segment called Balls Deep where we would, I would ask the chat to ask only the deepest questions. Only the deepest and most meaningful of philosophical musings would be entertained. And it was fun when the chat got into it, but most of the time, the crowd that was here wasn't exactly the let's talk as laymen about deep philosophical things. They were more of the let's try and get Paul to read nonsensical autism. So we abandoned that little experiment pretty quick. Yeah, we had some fun balls deep conversations for sure. But yeah, just had to go. Paul, are we all part of the God, which is the universe, and we have to rediscover ourself as God? Georgie, I don't know what you took and in what dose, but I'd like you to PM that information to me, please. That was before we discovered bubble therapy. Yeah, bubble therapy was, it led directly to kitten therapy, which has absolutely cured the chat of all autism. It's almost like people feel bad, and I realized that about bubble therapy, that taking it to the next level would require something of incomparable cuteness. And so I started doing kitten therapy here on Ideology just this morning, and you can see it's almost immediately cured. So, yes, he's a dwarf mountain lion. So, not an actual house cat. He is a pygmy mountain lion, and he will fuck your face up. Is it true that, let's see, I sent you a link for Korean ramen on Twitter in the DMs. Okay, cool. I'll check it out. Kitten therapy made me 17% less retarded. Yes. 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 Yeah, you never know what you're going to get. This is a very, very subdued night. Most nights, even if I do them real late like this, like fucking 5 in the morning, which is absurd. I don't know what I'm doing, but definitely wasn't going to sleep. Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. If you watched the DFF episode, you may notice me sipping on a very tall silver can that looks suspiciously like a Red Bull. So that's exactly why I'm up. I'm sitting here scratching my head going, why am I not asleep? Been going to bed way earlier than this. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's right, because you guzzled a fucking Red Bull like a few hours ago. They're doing a home improvement revival. Man, I can barely contain my fucking joy. How's DFF going to work now that Scotty moved? Just like it worked tonight. Scotty comes over here. Scotty didn't move to a new planet. He moved across town, so Scotty gets in a car, and Scotty drives over here, and then Scotty does the show, and then Scotty hangs out for a while, and then Scotty goes home. That's how it works. I assume. What, buddy? Oh, you're mad. What made you mad? What made you mad? Did you have a dream that made you mad? Is that what it was? He's a wizard. He just appears. Yeah, he gets a port key and goes to the nearest fireplace and then pops out the fireplace in the living room here. And then, come on, how do you get around, muggle? Scotty doesn't love you, Paul. That's okay. Oh, man. See, this is why I'm trying to put you up here. Because my lap is a slippery proposition-y. Oh, I know, man. Life is an endless procession of tortures. I'm so glad Brett is basically gone from all 4 TJ Paul Scotty channels, other than the occasional mutter of situation. You guys ended his shtick and spotlight at the right time. Yeah, the manatee is starving. You want back in the lap. Alright, go for it. Go for it. I'm not going to even stop you this time. Just be where you want to be, bud. Do you. I'm not going to stop you. You were just about to slip off, but will just catch you again and help. Because I can't make like a super flat surface for you here. My legs kind of hang at an angle on this chair, bud. I know. Let's see. I can do this, okay? That'll help. You're gonna slip and fall, man. You're gonna slip and fall. I don't know why you can't get comfy up there. You wanna come up here again? You wanna try up here? He's very indecisive tonight. He just wants to lay in a very odd way, you know? And that's all he's not willing to compromise. Poor kitty. He doesn't know what to do. Put him in front of the camera. You can leave. Yeah. He's now taken over the show. He's the main breadwinner in the house now, for sure. Do you bastards ever sleep? Yes, usually I do. Tonight, not so much. Yeah, I think he would walk around on my keyboard, but I can't have that right now, man. That would be an unmitigated nightmare. What do you dream of, Paul? I had a dream the other night that Chelsea made a giant, like, lizard terrarium for Nova. And she was super stoked to show it to me. And she showed it to me, and I was like, whoa. And she was like, I know, right? That was the dream I had last night. Nova's her lizard. Her bearded dragon. I think the manatee knows that you, TJ, and Scotty no longer paying attention to him. Nobody will care, so he might as well give up. Yeah, I mean, that would be the smart thing to do, but that's not what the manatee's going to do. I understand, because I think I read some comment or something, or maybe it was on the subreddit. People were talking about how Brett deleted a bunch of his videos again, and his website's now no longer accessible, you know, and I'm just like, people are buying into the meme that it's for good this time, but that's not what the cycle tells us, dude. You know, the cycle's based on scientific observation of the manatee, and we know that this is just a well-known part of the cycle. The Brett leaves the internet and or is forced off the internet phase of the cycle can happen multiple times in an entire Brett Keane cycle. So this isn't even a particularly special part of the cycle, because it can happen halfway through a cycle sometimes. Does Chauncey work for minimum wage? Chauncey gets all of the money and distributes it as he sees fit based on what he feels that we're contributing to his artistic vision, whatever that means. We don't question it. If you were working for Chauncey, you wouldn't question it. Sorry, I coughed. I know. I coughed. It disturbed your slumber. You're pissed off at me. I get it. I get it. Do you want to come up here now, or are you just going to try that again? Dude, when you want to look at something interesting, check out some before and afters of Detroit. I live in Australia, but I find such a town existing in a first world country to be so crazy. Oh, yeah, dude. Detroit is fucking insane. There are parts of Detroit that look like a bomb went off in them. I shit you not. And people are living in it. You go there and it just looks like a country where an invading army, like, stormed through and knocked everything down. And, you know, I mean, shit is like, people are living in houses that are literally falling down around them. I mean, it's insane. Detroit is like this dirty little secret here that as Americans we like to pretend it's not as bad as it is, but Detroit is fucking unlivable in places. Well, I say it's unlivable, but clearly it's not. Would you say Detroit is worse than Chicago? I would say Detroit is an order of magnitude worse than Chicago when it comes to slums. I mean, we're talking about a whole different level. We're talking like when that dude, Doom Kid was saying like, he's shocked that a city like that exists in a first world country. I mean, there's a reason for that. It's not just a mean, ugly, harsh place to be. It is run down to the extreme in a way that you like don't even imagine could exist, but it does. Looks like a South American country, or even worse. I mean, there are places in South America that put Detroit absolutely to shame in terms of infrastructure and cleanliness and all that shit. Don't sell South America short, man. Detroit is a bad place to be no matter where you are. It's like a slum in the Balkans right after the invasion or some shit. I mean, you can go look it up. There are YouTube videos of dudes just driving through, the worst parts of fucking Detroit. It's fucking insane. Oh yeah, there's lots of shit places in the United States, but the absolute last place I'd ever want to end up is Detroit. There's just, I mean, or maybe some unnamed town I don't know in the Appalachian Mountains or some shit, because there's a lot of shitty towns like that in America too. Whole towns just rotted completely from the inside out because of OxyContin addiction.